So in your math notebooks today, we're going to do 2.4, which is solve equations with one variable on both sides. Okay, so we're just going to jump straight into examples. So example 1, we're going to have 8 plus 4d equals 5d. Draw your line. Now, we need to get all of our variables on one side. See how I have two variables and they're both on this side? I need to get them on one side. Now, what would happen if I moved my 5d over here? There would be nothing on this side, and we would lose our equal sign, which we would no longer have an equation to solve. So you always have to keep things on both sides of the line. So instead of moving my 5d over here, I'm going to move my 4d over here. I have to do that through making it 0. The only way to make 4d 0 is to subtract 4d on this side, subtract 4d on this side. Okay, that makes this 0, and I'm left with 8 over here, and 5d minus 4d is just 1d, or d. And my answer is d equals 8. Okay, let's do another one. 7a plus 10 equals 2a. All right, once again, I can't move my 2a over here because that would leave nothing on the side, so I have to move my 7a over here. How do I make 7a 0? Well, subtract it. That puts it 0 over here. I'm left with 10 equals 2 minus 7. That's going to be a negative 5a. Now, I'm not done because a is not by itself like d was up here. So what do I have to do to get a by itself? We have done this equation a million times, so this shouldn't be anything new. We're going to divide negative 5 on both sides. That turns to 1, so I'm left with just a on this side, equals 10 divided by a negative 5 is a negative 2. And that's my answer. All right, here's one that I want you to try on your own. I want you to try 11x equals 24 plus 8x. So pause this and try it on your own. Excuse me. Okay, hopefully you've paused this and you've actually tried it on your own. The way you would do this is you would subtract 8x to go over here, leaving 3x equals 24. And then from here you just divide 3, and x equals 8. Okay, so now we're going to step it up just a little bit. That was example 3. So we got example number 4. We're going to do 6n minus 1 equals 4n minus 5. Ooh, sorry. Okay, we want our final product, we want numbers to be on one side and x's to be on the other. Now it could look like this or it could look like this. You could have the x's on that side and numbers on that side. It doesn't really matter, but we want all of our numbers to be on one side, all of our variables to be on one side. So in this case, we're going to have to move one of our variables. We can either move 6 and bring it over here or move 4 and bring it over here. I want to move 4, so that way I just don't have a negative number. How do I move 4? I subtract it, make it a 0. Now, whenever I move 4 over here, I can't take 4 in from 1 because that has an n, this one doesn't. So it has to go to the one that has the n. So now I redo my equation. 6n minus 4n is 2n. I still have my minus 1 there, and that's 0, so now I just have my minus 5. Okay, since I moved my n's this direction, I have to move my numbers. So 1 and 5, I have to move my 1 that direction. Because if I move my 5 over here, I have nothing left on this side. So how do I move a -1 and make it 0? Well, I add it. Zeros that out. Redo everything. That's just 2n drops down. -5 plus 1. So I've got -5 on the number line. I go up 1. Now I'm at -4. From here, I just divide 2. So n equals a -2. Really, the only new step is moving this over here first. Because once you get here, 2n minus 1 minus 5, this is just a two-step equation. We've done that a million times. Okay, so try this one on your own. We got 8x minus 3 equals 6x plus 17. Okay, so pause this and try it. Sorry, I can't figure out how to pause the video, so you just have to listen to me blow my nose. Okay, hopefully you paused that and did it. I'm going to move my 6 over here, so minus 6x minus 6x. That zeroes it out. Redo everything, so that'd be 2x minus 3, and 17 drops down. Since I moved this over here, I got to move my number over here. So to make that 0, I have to add 3. So I have 2x, because that zeroed out. And then 17 plus 3 is 20. Divide by 2. X equals 10. Okay, so the great thing about watching this in a video is you can slow me down. You can see exactly what step I'm doing. You can go back and watch it again until you understand. I know this is a lot, and it's really hard whenever you can't ask me real-time questions, but really try to just replay it until you kind of catch the pattern of what I'm doing, and always feel free to email me if you have any questions, okay? All right, we have 2 word problems. I'm not going to make you write them down because I'm a great teacher and I don't do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to read them to you and show you how to work them out. So you can at least write the answers down if you want to. So this is the first word problem. At a local minor league baseball club, team club, you can be a club member and pay a membership fee of $30 and $3 per ticket. Or be a non-club member and pay $6 per ticket. For how many tickets is the cost the same for the club members and non-club members? So what we're going to do, anytime it asks is the same or is when will we have equal months, you know you're going to have an equation with an equal sign in it. Okay, so for club members, the membership fee is $30 plus $3 per ticket. So that'd be 3T. So that's their equation. But for non-club members, it's just $6 per ticket. So over here would just be 6T. Okay, then we solve it. So I have to move my T over here so this one doesn't get lonely. So I would subtract 3, reset everything. So I'm at 30 here, 3T over here. And then my last step would be to divide by 3. So 10 would be my answer. What that means is if I was going to go to 10 games, it doesn't matter if I want to be a club member or a non-club member, I'd end up paying the same amount. If I want to go to more than 10 games, then I probably need to be a club member because that's going to save me money. But if I want to go to less than 10 games, I'm actually going to be paying more to be a club member. So I might as well just pay per ticket and be a non-club member. All right. Last word problem. I can do this. Sorry, probably giving you guys problems. Okay, an easy car rental charges $40 a day plus 0.25 per mile. That right there tells me 40 plus 0.25 M. That's for easy. Ace Rent-A-Car charges $25 a day plus 0.5 per mile. So 25 plus 0.45 per mile. What number of miles would the results be in the same cost? So if I'm trying to figure out when would these be equal? So I want to move things over to the other side. If I move this over here, I'm going to get a negative because I have to subtract. So I'm actually going to move my 0.25m over here this time. And negatives are okay. You can still work with them. I just don't like them. So that's 0. So I'm left with 40 on this side. 25 still there. If I take that minus that, I get 0.2m. So now I can't bring 40 over here because that leaves nothing on this side. So I have to subtract 25, bring it over here, reset everything. That's going to be 15 equals 0.2m. And then my last step would be divide by 0.2. So m equals, 75 miles. So that would be the mileage that it doesn't matter which one you go with because you're going to be paying the same. All right, that is it for today. Your assignment is on GoFormative. Email me if you have questions, okay?